What's going on, guys? Angelo here. Welcome to Review Time. This is where I review roller coasters that I've ridden and give my analysis of the ride. But today I'm going to be taking a look at Hersheypark's new roller coaster for the 2020 season, Candymonium. So I hope you all enjoy the video. So Candymonium is Hersheypark's second hyper roller coaster, but this one is designed by Bolliger and Mabillard. The ride was announced in 2018 as part of a new expansion of the park called Chocolatetown. This new area was estimated to be over 150 million US dollars. It was originally scheduled to open in May of 2020, but sadly due to the pandemic, it opened July 3rd, 2020. The track layout is an out and back coaster and the lift is a chain lift hill. It has a height of 210 feet and or 64 meters, a length of 4,636 feet and or 1,413 meters, a speed of 76 miles per hour and or 122 kilometers per hour. It has 0 inversions and a duration of about 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Its max vertical angle is 77.3 degrees and the height restriction is going to be 54 inches and or 137 centimeters. It has 3 trains. They are themed to candy, one being Reese's, Twizzler, and Hershey's. Riders are arranged 4 across and there are 7 cars on each train, which equals out to be 28 riders. Now I got to ride this actually on opening day. Surprisingly, I was so excited to go to the park because it had literally been over 180 plus days since I've ridden a roller coaster. I was so glad I could add another hyper coaster and another coaster credit to my count, and on top of that I actually wanted to revisit this park because I had a bad experience when I went. I actually did a vlog not too long ago if you want to check that out in the top right corner. Also, I'm doing this video a little bit different than my normal review videos, so I really appreciate it if you all gave this video a thumbs up. It would also help the YouTube algorithm to know that people want to see more of this. But the new area looks amazing of the park. They did an awesome job. Obviously it's not finished yet, but I can't wait to see it once it is done. I did at least one in the front, one in the back. I did second row and I think I did another middle row, or actually it was one in the back row at nighttime, or a sunset ride really. You can't really see anything towards that way of the lift hill as it's kind of facing the opposite directions of the coasters, but once you get to the top of the lift hill and you hit that first drop, you get some amazing airtime, and after that first giant airtime hill you hit the turnaround. Now after the turnaround you get a trim. Sometimes this one hits and sometimes it doesn't, but because this ride is pretty short, there's only 2 trims on the ride, and like I said, when I rode in the morning, that was my first ride, I had no trims at all, but later in the day they did turn them on. But after you come through that turnaround, like I said, you hit that airtime hill and then you hit one more airtime hill. After that you go through a little helix and you hit this mini fury element. I love this part because it was kind of like going through the treble clef in a sense, but just on a really smaller scale. But right after that there's this god awful trim break, and when it does hit you do feel it. It's not super intense, but it is noticeable. But when it didn't go off, you get some amazing ejector airtime right on that spot, and then after that you go through one more helix. Now the sad part about this is that the fountain wasn't up and running yet because there's not finished with construction like I said earlier, but I imagine once you go through this it's going to be an amazing experience. But even with it not being on, you still get an awesome experience. And right before the ride comes to an end, you get this little bunny hop of airtime that you don't really expect. It honestly comes out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting it when I first had rode it, and I was really surprised that they even added that on a B&M hyper coaster because usually you see those on an RMC. Finally you hit the first set of brakes, and then after that you go through this one little turn and then you're in the final brake run. But overall the ride is glass smooth. It is so good. I really enjoyed it. As far as B&M, it is the best hyper that I've ridden so far. I haven't ridden Mako yet down at SeaWorld, but I will get a chance to soon. If you're wanting some of the hypers that I've ridden, I'll go ahead and name a few. I've ridden Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. I've ridden Intimidator at Carowinds, Apollo's Chariot at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, as well as Superman at Six Flags America. I'm usually not a fan of hypercoasters, and a lot of you all know this. For me it just wasn't hitting for me. I don't know what it was about those hypers that I've ridden, but everyone that I rode I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know what it was, but this one for some reason I enjoyed it so much. Maybe it had something to do with I haven't ridden a coaster in so long, but either way I really did have an awesome experience with those 5 rides that I got. Like I said, it's a great ride. I think it's really smooth. I imagine this is what the park really wanted when they got Skyrush, but again they use Intamin, and when you get Intamin you get crazy things happening. I do still think Skyrush is probably going to remain the champ of there. I do think a lot of people are going to enjoy this ride. Obviously the general public is going to really like this one. It's a sweet ride, with pun intended on that. I think this is a great addition to the park for sure. This is something that they needed, just something really nice, calm, re-rideable. It's just a solid coaster. You really can't go wrong with the B&M hyper. You might want to hurry and get your ticket. They are running a sale to buy one, get one free, but the ticket is about $75, so just keep that in mind. But I definitely recommend you try to get out to this park, and if you haven't been here before, I highly recommend you get here because it's an awesome park. It has a nice selection of rides, and really the only bad one that I've ridden is Wildcat, and some people even love that ride. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. It helps me know that you want to see more videos like this. And if you want to join the O Squad, don't forget to subscribe and enable push notifications to stay up to date with everything that is happening on the channel. Until next time, you guys, peace out.